Good morning, you beautiful people. Welcome back to lesson 44, part 2. And we'll probably do some correction today as well. Let's get straight to it. But first, let's see ourselves. And let's give ourselves a thumbs up. All right. So last thing that we saw last time was look at or talk to. So let's do a quick overview of that, just a little review. When we have look at, so the thing that we need to remember about look and listen in English are the things that we use when we are making an effort. So if I say, look at me, I want you to make an effort to look at me. If I say, listen to me, make an effort to listen to me. And it's almost always the case where when we use look and we use listen, we use those adjectives. We use those prepositions. So if I say, look at my phone. So maybe I broke my phone. I'm like, look at my phone. I don't say look my phone. I say look at my phone. Or I love this song. Listen to this song and not listen this song. So that's the case with look and listen. So it's like Portuguese where we have olhar, olhe para mim, or escuta para mim, would be the closest thing that we have. In Portuguese we don't have to usually we don't have to use a preposition with escuta, me escuta. We can just say that, but in English we have that preposition. And then with see and hear, then we don't need a preposition. So I can see my house from here. Eu consigo ver a minha casa daqui. I always hear sirens in our neighborhood. Eu sempre escuto sirenes em nossa vizinhança. So with see and hear, it can be something I'm looking here, and then all of a sudden I see something in my window. So it doesn't need to be something that I am trying to do. I can just see something out of what we say out of the corner of my eye. I can see something out of the corner of my eye, and then I look. Then I make an effort to look. So see doesn't need an effort, and so it doesn't need a preposition. Here I'm here talking, I'm presenting the class, and then all of a sudden I hear a noise outside. And so I hear a noise outside, and then I listen because I want to know what the noise is. I want to know if there's going to be more noise. So with see and hear, they can be things that happen not on purpose, things that can happen accidentally, and they don't necessarily need an effort. We don't need to make an effort with see and hear, which is why in Portuguese we can say estou escutando música or estou ouvindo música. When I have headphones on and I'm listening to, right? So then I can say estou escutando ou estou ouvindo. In English, if I say I'm hearing music, it's like eu estou ouvindo música do vizinho ou do outro quarto ou eu estou ouvindo, mas não necessariamente querendo ouvir. I'm listening to music, then usually is when I am listening to music on purpose, de propósito. So then what are you doing? I'm listening to music. Okay, so that's when we are making an effort. We're trying to listen to music. When we want to say não acredito, when we want to say não acredito, we use most often I can't believe it. Oh, I don't believe it. Okay, so I don't believe it would be literally eu não acredito, but probably in my experience, the most common would be I can't believe it. Eu não consigo acreditar. Oh, that would probably be the best translation. Eu não consigo acreditar. You're quitting your job? Você está dando as contas? Ou você está pedindo as contas? Não acredito. Não consigo acreditar. I can't believe it. You're crazy. I don't believe it. I can't believe it. In this economy, so I can't believe it. Another or other. Another or other is very interesting because this is a mistake that intermediate students make. I've had intermediate 1 students make this mistake, intermediate 2 students make this mistake, and I've had advanced students make this mistake. And the problem is that many times students try to translate another as outro. Do you know what the correct translation of another is? Joe or Carlos, what would be the correct translation of another?
Me achava que era outro.
Yeah, it's not. Beto, do you have a guess?
Other é outro. Né?
Other é outro.
Sim, another seria a negação do outro, né?
Good guess, but no. Usually, if we have a negation, it's going to be any, right? So any is what we use usually with negatives. Another. What is an? Who can tell me what does an mean? And so another is literally outro ou uma outra. And that's where there is confusion. People get confused because they translate it as outro and they use it in all of the situations where we can use outro. But we have to remember that another is outro ou uma outra. So I have another thing to do. Não significa que eu tenho outra coisa, mas eu tenho uma outra, especificamente uma outra coisa para fazer. And that changes everything. I have other things to do, then eu tenho outras coisas para fazer. Porque other é outro, ou outros, ou outra, ou outras. I have the other thing to do. And this is where the main problem is. And I had a student actually, day before yesterday, I had a student who had this, who was an advanced student, who is fluent, who was confused about this because she translated another as outro. And she said, well, then you use another in singular, right? So we use another in singular. But then if you look at the other thing, that's singular too. Why is it other and not another? And the key is that when we have the other thing, it's a outra coisa. The other person, a outra pessoa. E não uma outra pessoa. So when we have uma ou e outro ou outra, then we use another. When we have plural, we use other, things or other cars or other people. And when we have a outra coisa, the other thing, ou outro carro, the other car, quando é entre duas coisas. Você pega, deixa eu ver. Você pega essa caneta, eu vou pegar a outra. You take this pen, I'll take the other one or the other. Did you have a question, Beto?
Yes. The other thing seria one other
specific. Yes. Specific. Yeah. So and the other usually is of two, right? So if there are two, like two pens, or we're going to buy phones. My wife and I are going to buy phones, and I say, because I'm nice, I say, you take the nicer phone, I'll take the other one. You take the nicer phone, o celular melhor, mais legal, I'll take the other one. Eu pegarei o outro. Exactly. So it's more specific. Where another is, qualquer outro. I don't want this phone, I want another one. Eu não quero esse celular, eu quero outro. Mas não necessariamente outro de, ou outro de duas escolhas. Good question.
Eu posso falar other thing?
Other thing.
Ou necessariamente tem que ser another.
So it depends. So with thing, either you can only use the singular if it's the other. So you cannot say other thing. Either it's going to be another thing, or it's going to be the other thing, or it's going to be, if you use other, it has to be plural, other things. And that's what causes the confusion. Go ahead.
Não, o que eu entendi foi que na maioria das vezes, se for singular, é another.
Right. No, se for uma, outra ou outro, é sempre another. Se for o outro ou a outra, right? So that o artigo definido, right? Como se lembra, nós tivemos num restaurante ou no restaurante, num restaurante, at a restaurant, qualquer restaurante, no restaurante, at the restaurant, restaurante específico, o restaurante. E é a mesma coisa aqui.
Pois é, mas se eu for usar só other thing,
não pode.
Não posso.
Exactly.
Isso.
Sem the. Agora, other thing, se você falar que é other thing, sim, mas se tiver the, mas tem que ter the junto.
Sim, ok.
Okay. Good question. Okay, so there we go. That is the key for another and other, and now you won't use it incorrectly. So happy day. All right, beautiful versus handsome. What do you guys think? He is beautiful. Yes? No? Wah, wah. He is not beautiful. Why? Because he is handsome. She is beautiful. It is beautiful. He is handsome. The exception, so we don't use he is beautiful, she is beautiful, it is beautiful, he is handsome. The exception is if we're talking about beauty in general. So, for example, like a statue, a Greek statue. The men were beautiful in those Greek statues, but we're talking about beauty in general. We're not talking about someone's appearance usually. So we don't say he is beautiful, he is handsome. It sounds in American English, especially, it sounds kind of feminine if you say that a man is beautiful. So there you go. She is beautiful. It is beautiful. He is handsome. And they used to, many years ago, they used to describe women as handsome women if they had kind of masculine features. If they had kind of like a masculine jaw or more masculine features, they would call them a handsome woman. But that was like Jane Austen, Henry James, those old writers, especially like Jane Austen, those kinds of books.
Mas a tradução de handsome.
Yeah, so there's not a perfect translation. It would be handsome would be lindo num jeito masculino. Ou mais para o masculino.
Hand seria mão, some alguns, não é isso?
Yeah, não, mas nem sempre
não tem nada a ver uma coisa com a outra.
Yeah. Mas está certo. Muitas vezes nós temos esses, nós chamamos de compound nouns, onde nós pegamos duas coisas, juntamos e faz sentido. Mas aqui, não, mão e algum. Okay. Está certo. Aqui não deu. When we ask when we want to know como se chama, what's it called is literally what we use. We don't use the reflexive, so we don't say what does it call itself, but we say what's it called, como é chamado. But what's the name of the store and what's the store's name are also used. So we can use what's it called, we can use what's the name of the store, or what's the store's name if we're talking about a store. If it's a restaurant, we can say what's the restaurant called. We can say what's the name of the restaurant, what's the restaurant's name. But with people, what do we do with people? So my question is yes or no. Can we say, oh, this is your friend? So Beto, this is your friend. What's she called? Can we say that with people? What's she called? To say literally, como se chama? What do you guys think? Can we say that? Beto pensou tanto que deu espirro.
Eu não pensei, porque eu estou espirrando. Aí eu não escutei.
Okay. Joe, do you know? Can we say this nice to meet your friend? What's she called? Para perguntar como se chama?
Como se chama? What's your name?
So in this case, not your, because your seria de você, falando da sua amiga, seria what's her name?
Her
Would
name.
be, yes, what's her name? So the answer is, if we can use it, is yes and no. In British English, they do use what's she called to say como se chama. In American English, we don't use called. In British English, they do use what's she called or what are you called to ask someone's name. In American English, we only use called when we're talking about
O que
nicknames.
significa seu nome ou é
Nope. Nope.
Ou
Seria, what does your name mean?
o seu
Como se
apelido?
chama? Yes, so that's what I was going to say. Exactly. Oops, sorry, I cut you off there. Go ahead.
Como eu posso te chamar?
So that's what I'll get into. That's what I'll get into right now. So in British English, you can say, what are you called or what's she called to ask what her name is. In American English, we use called when we're talking about nicknames, when we're talking about apelidos. So for example, my name is Jamie, but I'm called Willy. Okay, because that's my nickname. So that's the difference, is that in British English, you can use what are you called or what is she called when you're asking someone's name. In American English, it sounds strange unless you're asking what their nickname is, or if you're asking for the name of the thing. We can use it. What's the store called? What's the restaurant called? If it's a thing, we can use called. What's the hospital called? What's the school called? There's no problem in American English to use called with things, but with people, unless you're talking about someone's nickname, their apelido, unless you're talking about their nickname, it sounds strange. Okay, so the answer is, in American English, don't say, what's your friend called? Unless you're asking for their nickname. You would say, what's your friend's name? Or what's the name of your friend?
No americano?
In Inglês americano, yes.
Sim.
Exactly.
Então seria what's her call?
No, not in
No.
What was it?
What's your name? What's her name?
What's her name? Ou qual é o nome dela? Yes.
But you can call me. Seria isso?
Yeah. So
But you can
like you
call
can say,
me Joe.
so for example, perfect. That's exactly right. My name is Joe Cabege, but you can call me Joe. That is perfect. That is exactly right. Right. So exactly. Fantastic. Actually, I'm going to steal that for the future. That was perfect. Eu vou roubar essa sua. Mas eu não vou te dar o crédito. Sorry. All right. Here we go. Continuing on. Okay. So we had here. Oh, I wanted to go through this. How do we say this? Qual é o nome do gato da vizinha da sua mãe? Qual é o nome do gato?
What's the color? The cat to neighbor, your mother neighbor.
Okay, so Let's put the Portuguese so we can have a guide here. Qual é o nome do gato do vizinho?
Da vizinha da sua mãe.
Não, da vizinha. In English, it won't matter. Da vizinha da sua mãe.
What's called?
No, so here it's going to be what's the name?
What's the
And
name?
now é como se chama.
Ah, tá. What's the name? The cat? Your mother neighbor.
Like that?
Yes.
Joe, do you agree?
Sim.
Okay. How do you say o gato dela? Just o gato dela.
The cat hair.
The cat, her. How do you say o meu gato?
My cat.
Ah, eu gostei mais. Why before? So remember, these are adjectives. These are possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives go before.
Her cat.
Her
Então não
cat.
seria the cat, her cat.
Right? So the key is adjectives go before. Also, possessives go before the possessed. Possessives go before the possessed, which means the last thing in the sentence, a última coisa da frase vai ser a única coisa não possuindo. O que não está possuindo algo?
Então the cat, né?
The cat, yeah. As outras coisas na frase estão possuindo só tadinha da gata ou do gato. O gato aqui. What's the name of... So, o que nós fazemos? Nós pegamos a coisa que não está sendo possuída e nós vamos de trás para frente. So, quem está possuindo o gato?
A mãe da
O
minha
gato
vizinha.
é da vizinha. O gato é da vizinha, right? Então, quem está possuindo a vizinha? A mãe, right? A vizinha é da mãe. Então, vai ser invertido, vai começar com a mãe. Of your mom's, right? Então, quando a diferença entre os adjetivos possessivos e os substantivos possessivos é que nós temos her, my, your, their, mas aí nós vamos apóstrofo S, quase sempre com gente, quando é possessivo. So, what's the name of your mom's what? Que vai depois da mãe. Quem tá possuindo a mãe? Oh, não, sorry. Quem é que é a mãe que tá possuindo? Sorry. Da vizinha.
Neighbor.
Neighbors.
Neighbor. The cat. Cat. Oh.
Cat. So, remember, quando nós temos em português, nós falamos a minha mãe vem amanhã. Como é que nós dizemos a minha mãe vem amanhã?
My mother.
Eu gosto, se você gostar, daí mais
okay.
mom. My mom comes or is coming.
Is coming tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Cadê a?
Okay.
Não tem.
Não
right?
tem.
So, quando nós temos possessivo sendo ou adjetivo possessivo ou nome possessivo, nós vamos tirar o artigo. Okay? So, da sua mãe, por exemplo, não é da sua mãe, é de sua mãe, é possessivo, não vai ter o artigo. Do gato, não vai ter o. tiramos, quando tem possessivo, qualquer possessivo, nós tiramos the. So, what's the name of your mom's neighbor's cat? Joe, como você perguntaria? Eu vou escrever porque eu vou fazer bem complexo para você. Qual é o nome do pai do filho do seu amigo?
What's the name of dad of dad
Of what?
of dad
Of
do
dad, ok. Qual é a única coisa não sendo
Não,
possessivo?
tinha que ser o amigo, né?
É.
Of friend.
Friend de quem?
Friend. Pai do filho do seu amigo. Amigo do filho, né?
Yeah, mas seu.
Pai do...
Your.
Of your friend. Aí,
Right? So, para ser possessivo,
friends. Of... Aí eu não tenho que usar mais artigo, né?
right? E também não vai usar of. Geralmente
Dads.
para gente. Your friends, dads.
Dads. They son.
Son, ok. Quase. Ok. So, qual é o nome? Qual é a única coisa na frase não sendo possuída?
Pai. Oh,
Pai, yeah. So, it's gonna be
dad, sons.
Do pai do filho. Então,
Of dad.
é do son.
Sons. Sons.
Okay. What's the name of your friend's son's dad? Friend's son's dad. Que é uma brincadeira, né? Porque é o nome do amigo. Porque o amigo é o pai do filho dele.
Nome do pai do filho do seu amigo.
All right, let's do one more for Beto. Let's see if we can fry his brain. Let's do... E outra coisa que eu preciso falar também, pode ser so when we have what's the name of your mom's neighbor's cat, pode ser what's your mom's neighbor's cat's name. Pode até colocar um nome possuído pelo gato também. É possível. Beto, como é que seria? Qual é o nome? Let's see. Do pássaro. Pássaro. Do... Não. O pássaro do... Alguém me ajuda, eu tô... Já exaustei toda a minha criatividade. O nome do pássaro do...
Marinheiro, põe aí qualquer coisa.
Ok, all right, good. Do marinheiro... brasileiro. I don't know.
What's the name of seria sailors?
Assim?
Isto. Sailors. Brazilian sailors.
Ah, there we go.
Birds.
Yeah. Minha falta de criatividade fez mais fácil do que a frase dela. What's the name of the Brazilian sailor's bird? Joe, como é que seria? Qual é o nome do pássaro brasileiro do marinheiro?
Of the pássaro do marinheiro brasileiro?
Não, do pássaro brasileiro do marinheiro.
Bird, só ia mudar o final, né? Bird, Brazilian bird. Não?
So depois de the, vai o quê?
The sailors, Brazilian bird.
There you go. Yep. There you go. And probably the sailor's Brazilian bird is named Chico, because I think that's a good bird name. All right, so there you go. Qual é o nome do gato da vizinha da sua mãe? Possessive nouns. What's the name of the store? What's the store's name? Qual é o nome do gato? Is that the one? Is that the same? That's the same. Okay, let's not do it again. Drive. Do you drive? I don't drive in the city. So we have literally drive. So we have drive, which is dirigir. We have drive, which is impulsionar. Esses dias agora, drive views, impulsionar visualizações. So like social media type stuff. We have drive. We also have, she doesn't drive a car, but she drives me crazy. An extremely common expression to mean ela me enlouquece. To drive someone crazy. You're driving me crazy. I have no idea why we say you're driving me crazy. It doesn't, I don't know why. I'm sure there's something 500 years ago. No, 500 years ago, I don't think they were driving, but maybe 100 years ago, something happened and they were saying, somebody decided to say to drive someone crazy is enlouquecer. So you can use that, Joe. You can use that with the girls. You're driving me crazy. Go to your bedroom. You're driving me crazy. There you go. That's part of, it's like, remember we have right here, right now. I always say is mom, American mom vocabulary. Right here, right now. So driving me crazy is more American mom vocabulary. Come right here, right now. You're driving me crazy. Perfect. I don't know não sei se é só por causa que a minha mãe falava essas coisas comigo, mas eu acho que todas as mães, deve ser. When we say vá por ali, okay? Vá por ali, vá por aquele caminho, vá naquela direção, go that way. Vá reto por ali, go straight that way, or go straight there, okay? So go that way. So way is very useful because way can be, we can say way is jeito, caminho, direção. Alguém gosta de como é que é? Aerosmith? Anybody? Walk this way, talk this way, walk this way. No? Aerosmith fans? Não? Aerosmith teve uma música, minha mãe odiava, porque ela odiava o jeito que é walk this way. Mas era walk this way, talk this way. Na música, o que ele fala é sobre a sociedade dizendo, você tem que andar desse jeito, tem que falar desse jeito, tem que agir desse jeito. Então, walk this way. So, se eu falar, do it this way, faça assim, faça desse jeito, would be do it this way. So,
Mas tem
way,
uma outra também, não tem? That's the way.
I like it. Good. Is that Aerosmith too? I like it. Yeah. É desse jeito que eu gosto. That's the way I like it. Exactly. Perfect. Very good. Outra coisa. Duas coisas que eu posso roubar hoje e não dar crédito para vocês. Very nice. Go towards. So towards is a preposition that means na direção de. Go in the direction of. So if I'm giving you directions, I can say, go towards the lake. And some people say towards, some people say toward. So you can say, go toward the lake, vá na direção do lago. Go towards the lake. And when you get to Praça dos Girassóis, turn left. So go towards the lake. And when you get to Praça dos Girassóis, turn left. Actually, I don't know if that's the direction of the lake. I'm not very good with directions, but there you go. Or go towards the lake. And when you get to JK Avenue, turn left. Vá na direção do lago e quando você chegar na Avenida JK, vire à esquerda. Okay, so towards.
Go towards the lake.
Lake,
Lake é o quê?
Lake, lago.
Lago.
Palmas Lake.
Lake.
Yes,
Okay.
Lake, lago. So go, sorry about that. Go in the direction of the lake. You can say go in the direction of Praça dos Girassóis, or go towards Praça dos Girassóis. Go towards the highway. Go towards the BR. Go towards the highway. So in the direction of, you can use with any of those. You can also say go that way towards, right? So you can use both of them together. Go that way towards the lake, or go that way towards Teotonio Segurado, como diz a minha Google Maps, fala Teotonio Segurado Avenue.
Pois é, então aí eu posso juntar as expressões, né? Nesse caso, você está juntando as expressões.
Exactly. Jeitos de cumprimentar. So, jeitos de cumprimentar. The verb cumprimentar is to greet. To greet. So, if you want to say cumprimentar, then you can say to greet. So, ways to greet people. Jeitos de cumprimentar pessoas. So, we've seen these are some of the more informal ways to greet people. So, how are things? Como estão as coisas? What's up? E aí, ou o que está acontecendo? What are you up to? É outro jeito de dizer o que você anda fazendo. What are you up to? Can you think of any other informal ways to greet people? Any other informal ways? There was one that we learned.
Yeah, what's up, no?
Yeah, what's up? Well, all three are informal. Can you think of one more? Mais jeito informal.
How are you?
How are you? Isn't necessarily informal, but it can be used in informal situations.
How are you doing?
How are you doing? That's it. That's the one I was thinking of. How are you doing is another informal way. How are you doing? Good. So there is a very common way when we want to say, você pode repetir. Everybody says what? O que as pessoas dizem? Repeat, please. Repeat, please é coisa de professor. E soa como professor se você viajar e falar repeat, please. Soa bem, repeat, please, hobo, eu sou professor. Okay, so the polite way to ask someone to repeat is could or can. Could you say that again, please? Can you say that again, please? So você pode dizer novamente. Or could you repeat? And actually, I prefer, could you repeat that? Could you repeat? That is more commonly used. Could you repeat that slower or more slowly, please? Let's do the easier one probably would be, could you repeat that slower, please? So these are the ways that are more polite to say this. Could you say that again, please? Can you say that again, please? Or could you repeat that slower, please? Or could you please repeat that slower? You can put, could you please? Oh, could you repeat that slower, please? And that will sound better. That's a better way to ask someone to repeat instead of repeat, please. Repeat, please. And it doesn't make a big difference if you use could or if you use can. Who can tell me what's the difference between could and can?
Could é mais educado.
Good. And what's the difference in the meaning? What does meaning mean?
Meaning mais ainda. Mais educado ainda.
Well,
O que significa? Could, can.
And what does meaning mean? O que significa a palavra meaning?
Meaning.
O que significa mean? To mean.
Significa.
Significar, right? So meaning é significado. So to mean, significar. Meaning, significado.
Significado.
Yeah. So what is the difference in the meaning between could and can? So you're right. Could is more formal. Is more.
Poderia ou
Pode.
né?
Poderia, pode. Exactly. Poderia, pode. So it's like, você poderia repetir, por favor, ou você pode repetir, por favor. And poderia, especially in English, is more polite, mais educado. Sair de férias, eles estão saindo de férias. They're leaving on vacation or they're going on vacation. Again, doesn't make a big difference if you say they're leaving on vacation or they're going on vacation. The most common is probably they're going on vacation, was probably the most used of the two. When, Beto, when is the next time that you're going on vacation?
I don't know, but I think the going on vacation on December or January.
Okay. So in this case, I think I'm going on vacation. And then, so if we have days, so for example, so if we use days, we use on. So on Monday, on Tuesday, on October 20th. But for months, we use in December or January. What about you, Joe? Where are you going to go on vacation next?
I'm going on vacation in March.
In March? In March. Só que eu fiz uma pegadinha. Eu mudei a pergunta.
Quando
I
você
said,
vai...
no, I said, what about you, Joe? Where are you going on vacation next?
Onde? I don't know.
Okay, so let's go with March then. We'll go with March. We'll go with when, because you don't know. So you know that that's your vacation time is in March, but you don't have plans for a place yet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have like a list of possibilities, or you have no idea?
Agora não tenho no idea.
Não
Eu
tenho no idea.
Eu tinha plano. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Eu tinha plano. I have a plan, but
I
had a plan. But I don't know. I don't know se vai dar certo. Como é que eu falo?
Do you remember dar certo? Do you remember the way that we can say dar certo?
Dá certo. Não lembro, não.
Do you remember, Beto? Um dos sentidos de to work.
Work.
Você lembra os 4 sentidos? Dar certo,
Verdade.
dar certo, trabalhar, funcionar. Eu sempre esqueço um, mas tem mais um. Dar certo. Mas é um dos sentidos. Dar certo, to work. So how would you say that? I don't know. So you said I had a plan, but I don't know. Tá no mudo.
If to work.
Ok. If. Agora nós precisamos de um sujeito. O que é que vai ou não trabalhar? It's
to work.
going. It's going to work, right? Se vai funcionar, se vai dar certo.
Yes.
So perfect. I have no idea. What is the other way we can say I have no idea? Does anybody know? Does anybody remember? So you can use no as the negative, but there's another way that we can say that. Beto, é conosco?
I haven't idea.
Okay, so os britânicos falam I haven't any idea. So in American English, I don't have any idea. Mas os britânicos falam I haven't any idea. And in American English, não é tão comum usar haven't como possuir, porque nós temos o que é I haven't. Geralmente, quando começamos uma frase com I haven't, em inglês americano, é o quê? Alguém sabe? Alguém pode me ajudar? Quando eu começo I haven't, geralmente, qual é o tempo verbal?
Perfect.
Present perfect, yeah. So, eu acho que é por isso que em inglês americano é raro usar haven't nesse lugar aqui como possuir. Porque nós seguimos mais a ideia de um verbo auxiliar. I don't have, em vez de I haven't.
Ok.
Até quando? So, when we want to ask até quando, let's do this. Até quando está aberto? So, if you want to ask about an establishment, like a restaurant, a store, and we want to ask até quando está aberto, we can use until when, which is literally até quando, but in my experience, more often we use how late. How late. So late sabemos que é tarde. How late é quão tarde eles estão abertos. Ou o restaurante está aberto, ou a loja está aberta. How late? Quão tarde? Até quando? So how late, for example, a possible and probably very common question would be, how late is the mall open? How late is the mall open? So, Joe, how late is your work open?
Oito horas.
Your work is open until 8?
Tarde. Que hora que termina, né? Não? Que hora que
So,
fecha.
fecha, Não, se é 8 horas, mas...
Não, não é 8 horas, não.
Ah, tá. Porque eu ia dizer, você não é
14.
servidor público?
Às
Meu Deus.
14.
Olha só
É,
a
tipo,
diferença.
Until...
De 14 para as 20.
it's 14.
Okay, so how do you say 14?
Às 14. É 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Uh-huh. So your work is open until 2 p.m. Open until. So when we ask the question, we can use until when, or we can use how late. But when we answer, then it would be my work is open until 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
God, I wish my job was done at 2 p.m. That would be nice. But then I would have to study for the concurso and have to do all that other stuff. So it's a lot of work. Okay.
Dá uma... Quando é que eu uso until when?
Okay. So,
Só para a gente ver a diferença.
So until when is, we can use until when in all of the situations, almost all the situations where we can use how late, but it can also be not just horário. So how late usually is horário. Até quando? Até que horas? Until when pode ser até quando, tipo, até que mês. So, até que mês você vai estudar? Até que mês você vai trabalhar? So, we can use until when for times, for horários. We can use it for dates. We can use it in almost every situation. Where how late, se não for quão tarde alguma coisa está. So, how late am I? Quão atrasado, quão tarde eu estou? So you can use it in that situation. But if we talk about, usually when we use how late, usually it's going to be when we're talking about time. How late are you open? How late do you have to work? Até quando você tem que trabalhar? Quão tarde você tem que trabalhar? So usually how late is going to be either quão atrasado, ou a quantidade de atraso, ou até que horário, horário tarde. Onde until when can be times, dates, it can be, it's open to many more things. Okay, that is it for lesson 34. So on Tuesday, we will correct lesson 34, and then we will start the audio of lesson 34. Sorry, I'm way back there. That's the end of lesson 44. So we will correct lesson 44 on Tuesday, and we will then start the audio for 45. I will put on Beto's face, I will put a video about something important, so watch it, and I will also do it to Joe's face at some point. So watch those videos. Click on Joe or click on Beto and watch more videos. Until next time, everybody, keep studying. Don't give up. See you Tuesday morning.
Okay. Have a nice weekend.
You too.